Good morning, students. So myself is Janaki Raman Ramalingam, hailing from CSM AML department. Now I am going to teach you a strategic important topic comes under design and analysis of algorithm. Especially in that, the topic that I am going to discuss has a lot of practical applications as well, so that it is appropriate for us to learn in this video lecture apart from the topic that we discussed. So let us jump into the topic directly. The topic name is reliability design. So reliability design. So what is reliability design? For any given system, we need to depend on number of devices. For example, if you take this setup of studio, so there are a lot of devices involved, like camera, this board, and the eraser that I'm using, and the lights. So it has a combination of a lot of, it has its many devices. So if you want to record a video without any disturbances or any break or any so which device you can believe it won't go fail at any point of time, and which device you cannot believe? For example, this eraser, for example, writing material, it may dry up at any time. And what about this board will not disappoint you. As long as you are using, it will be there. Whenever you are using, it will not fail you. So the possibility of failure of this board is very less compared to this writing material, that is pen. At the same time, what is the possibility of success rate and failure of the lights? It may go at any time, go off at any time. So the device that you think may go wrong at any time, that you should have a backup, so that you can ensure that the entire system is functioning without break. Overall idea of this topic is to ensure that the system that we design, or that the system that we depend upon, should not disappoint and fail at any point of time. That is the crux of this topic. So with this we will go to the topic. Let us assume that we have a system, that system has, the studio has, so device 1, device 2, device 3, device 4. So we have 4 devices, like writing material, board, lights, camera, battery, everything. Then, so each device will not come free of cost. So for everything we need to spend some amount. It depends upon the cost of the device we need to spend. For example, cost also involved. C1, C2, C3, C4. So each device has its own cost that has to be spent on it. And as we discussed, the reliability ratio, how much we can believe that it will fail, or it will not disappoint you, or fail, it will not fail, like that. So the reliability ratio. So reliability ratio, yes. Let us, for example, the reliability average reliability ratio of all the devices in our system is something like zero point 0.9. So what is the overall success rate and failure of this system? We have a reliability ratio. Average reliability ratio of this system is 0.9. So with that zero point 0.9 for all the devices, what is the overall success rate and the failure rate? So how to calculate the success rate and the failure rate? So we have zero point 0.9 as average reliability ratio. So this is the reliability ratio. So this is the overall reliability ratio of the overall system. That means 65% this system is reliable. And what about the remaining 35%? That 35%, for that 35% only we need to work on. So 65% we are sure that the system will not fail. The system will not disappoint us. So what about the remaining? For that remaining 35% only we need to work upon. So the remaining 35%, how we are working? What kind of things that we need to do, consider? So let us see. For example, we have a 4 devices for this studio. First device, for example, I'm thinking the first device 1 requires lot of backups so that I can run the studio without any break. I'm thinking because I know by experience. So first device, sorry. So first device, I have decided to have 3 copies of first device, and the second device 2 copies as per my estimation. Sorry. So first device I have decided to have 3 copies, and second 2 copy, third 2 copy, fourth also 2 copies. Right. In that case, see the reliability ratio of device 1 as per the previous reliability ratio is 0.9 when we have only 1 copy. Now we have decided to have parallelly, stage by stage. At stage 1 we are going to have 3 copies, stage 2 2 copies, stage 3 2 copies, stage 4 2 copies. So what is the reliability ratio when we have more than 1 copies of a particular device? Let us calculate it. Yes. R1 is equal to 0.9. So when we have only 1 copy for a first device, this is a success ratio for 1 copy. So what is the failure ratio? 1 minus R1 is equal to 1 minus 0.9. So this failure rate is 0.1. When you have only 1 copy for first device, your failure rate is 0.1%. Now how many copies we have? 3 copies for first device itself. So what is the failure rate? 1 minus 1 minus 1 minus R1 3. One minus R3. What is this? We know already what is 1 minus R1, 0.1. So here 1 minus 0.1 power of 3. So that means 1 minus 0.001. So this is the failure rate for 3 copies of first device. So for one copy, when you have only one copy, your failure rate is 0.1. When you have 3 copies for the particular device, your failure rate has become 0.001. What is the success rate? As you have 3 copies, we need to calculate the success rate. So success rate, as we know that if you calculate it, what will happen? One minus 0.999. So success rate for 3 copies. So when you have 3 copies, your success rate has increased substantially from 0.0012 to 0.999. So almost it reaches the 100 percentage points. So that means we need to decide what are the devices that we can have more than one copies as backups. Like we have a Stepney wheel for our cars. Will you have a Stepney engine, Stepney windshield, Stepney chase? No, we'll have only Stepney wheels. Why? Because wheels may fail us, puncture us at any point in time. So that is the idea behind this. So now we have calculated it. With that, let us do the program. So the program is so D stands for device, C stands for cost, and R stands for reliability ratio, U stands for upper limit. So upper limit, how much maximum number of copies we can have for each and every device. For example, we have device 1, device 2, device 3. 3 devices we have. So the cost 30, 15, 20. Reliability ratio, for example, 0.9, 0.8, 0.5. And we have been given certain amount of cost. For example, if you have been given cost as $105, cost is equal to $105. So you have been given $105. With that $105, how you can run the system, overall system, without any break. For example, to run the system first, we need to buy at least one copy for of each device first, so that we can start the system. To run the system, minimum guarantee that we should buy one copy at on each device. For example, I am buying first one, device 1, C1, So cost 1 plus cost 2 plus cost 3 is equal to 30 plus 15 plus 20 is comes under $65 I need to spend first. Minimum that I should spend $65 to run the system first in the beginning. How much we have remaining? For example, this is summation of all cost C1, C2, C3. So this is $65. So remaining how much dollar we have? So the cost is, and summation of all cost divided by cost. So for example, CI. So cost is 105 minus summation of all cost for minimum one copy of each device is 65 divided by particular cost, particular device cost. So see, if it is a device 1, that cost, if it is a device 2, that cost. So is equal to $40 we have remaining with this. So with that $40, if I have decided to spend the whole $40 in the first device itself, how much extra copy I can add? So here apply this formula. So how to apply this formula? C cost minus summation of all the costs for one device is one copy is 65. So that comes under 105 minus 65, that is 40 by 30 for device 1. For device 1 with the 40 rupees, how many device you can add? Only one device you can add. So plus 1, this is the formula. So plus 1 means 1 plus 1, 2 copies of first device we can add. So 2 copies. And what about second one? Device 2. 40 by 15. How many devices we can add apart from original one we bought in the initial stage? So for 2 copies we can buy. Plus 1 is equal to 40 by 15 is equal to 1. 2 plus already we bought one, no? 3 copies of second device we can have. 3. Then what about third device? Device 3, 20, 40 by 20 we can have 2 copies apart from that one copy we bought in the initial. So 3 copies. So 3 copies we can have. So with this we come to the conclusion that overall system has 3 devices. Each device, first device we are going to have 2 copies, and second device 3 copies, third device 3 copies. So with that we need to calculate the cost and reliability set. So let us see how to calculate that set. Yes, device 1, device 1, device 2, device 3. So 30, 15, 20, point 8, point, sorry, 0.9, 0.8, 0.5. As we know already, 2 copies, 3 copies, 3 copies. Yes, with that we'll prepare a set. So that set eventually will tell you what is the maximum cost, what is the maximum reliability that you can have at the end of the this program. You will come to know. So we will prepare a set S naught is equal to 1 comma 0. So why we have taken, because initially we have not spent any amount, we have not calculated, considered any reliabilities, that's why I kept it as 1 comma 0. So reliability 1 is equal to, first one is reliability, 1 is equal to reliability, 0 is equal to cost. This reliability will be multiplied and the cost will be added. Yes. So with this we will prepare sets one by one. So initially we have a set called 1 comma 0. So with 1 we can multiply, because multiplication, if you multiply anything with the 0, that will become 0, that's why we took 1. So if you add anything with the 0, that will become that number, that's why no matter that we can use 0 also, no better. So yes. S naught is equal to 1 comma 0. First device, we are going to buy only one copy. So as I told you, this has to be multiplied with the reliability, this has to be added with the cost. So 1 into, what is the first device reliability ratio? 0.9, 0.9, comma 0 plus cost is 30, so 30 for one device. How many devices we have to have? 2 devices. So S naught 2 is equal to, so for 2 device, for one device the reliability ratio is 0.9. What about 2 device, 2 copies? For 2 copies reliability ratio have to be calculated again. So I'll calculate here. So R1 is equal to 0.9, and for failure rate is 1 minus R1 is equal to 1 minus 0.9 is equal to 0.1. This is the failure rate. And for 2 device, reliability ratio is 1 minus R1 2. So that is 0 comma 0.1, right? This is the success rate, failure rate for 1 copy. For 2 copy, failure rate is 0.1. What is the success rate? 1 minus 1 minus r1 square is equal to 1 minus 0.01 equal to 0.99. From 0.9 to reliability has become 0.99 for 2 copies of first device. So what is the cost for 1 copy? 30 rupees. For 2 copies, 60 rupee. So this has to be considered for while multiplying and adding the cost and reliability in the set. So 0.99 into 1, 0.99 reliability multiplied, cost has to be added, 0 plus 60, 60. This is for first device 1 copy, first device second copy. So we'll put together S1 first, S1. So we'll combine these two, 0.1 comma 30 first set, pair of set, and second set 0.99 comma 60 for set 1. From this we need to calculate the set 2. How many devices we have? 3 devices. We need to prepare set 2 and set 3 as well. Right. Now for first device, 1 device, second device, first copy, reliability ratio of second device is 0.8 and the cost of second device is 15. So just multiply that reliability ratio and add that cost with the set that we have prepared. So 0.8 into 0.9. So S1 1 multiply 0.9 0.72. So 0.72 plus 15 plus 30, 45. Right? Then 0.8 into 0.99, comma 0.99 into 0.8, 0.99, 0.8. So here 0.792 plus 15 plus 60, 75. Yes, first copy, sorry, second device 1 copy. For 1 copy, reliability and cost we have added, reliability we multiplied with. Then this has to be S11, S1, S2. This has to be S1 full. This has to be S2 1, S2 2. Second copy. Second copy means we need to calculate the ratio again. Reliability ratio has to be recalculated. We cannot take 0.8 as it is. So I'm going to calculate again the reliability ratio. So what is the reliability ratio? Reliability ratio of second device is 0.8, and so our failure rate is 1 minus R2 is equal to 1 minus 0.8 is equal to 0.2 failure rate, and success rate you know already 0.8. For two device, 1 minus R2 square is equal to, we know already these things, 0.02. So 1 minus 0.22 is equal to 1 minus 0.04. So this is 0.96. Reliability ratio for second device, second copy is 0.96. What is the cost? For one device, $15. For two device, $30. It is not 36, $30. This reliability ratio and this cost has to be multiplied again with the first set. So let us calculate. So 0.9 into 0.6, 0.96, 0.9. So 0.864, 30 plus 30, 60. Come on. Again, 0.96 into 0.99. 0.96 into 0.99. So this has to be 9504. So yes, so 9504. Nine five zero four, 0.9504. Then 630 plus 60, 90. Right. So second device, first copy, this is a set. Second device with the second copy, this is set. Now how many device is remaining? Device are remaining, only one device is remaining. We know the cost. Total cost is 105. So if you spend 90 rupees in the second device itself, what is the cost of third device? 20 rupees. So $20. So will you be able to spend that $20? Because already if you have spent 90 rupees means 90 plus 20, 110. Total cost itself is 105. You can't buy the third device. So in that case, we can rule out this set. So in order to buy the third device, we are not considering this set. Hereafter, whenever we are calculating, before we calculate the reliability, first we will look into the cost. If the cost permit us, we will proceed with the calculation of reliability. Otherwise, we will strike it off. Right. So one more device we need to buy, one more copy also we need to add for second device. Yes, here you can add 3. So what is this? 1 minus R2 is 0.008. Right. So this is the failure rate. Then what about that? 1 minus 0.008 means is equal to 0.992. This is the reliability ratio. Then the cost is 45. So this has to be calculated as reliability ratio and the cost. So let us do that. So 0.992 comma 45. I will erase this first. 0.992 into 45. So we know the cost, no? 0.992 0.992 comma 45. Right. So this 0.992 has to be multiplied again with the first set. 0.99 into 0.992 into 0.9. 8928. So second device, third copy, 0.8928. 45 plus 30, it is 75. Right. Then again, oh, sorry, 99245. Right, 0.992 into 0.99. Okay. 9820. Is it correct? Let me check once again. 0.992, 0.992 into 0.99. 2 nines, sir. 8. 1. Correct only. So 8 2 9 8 8 0 2 8 9 9 8 2 not 8 9820. So this is 0.9820, and 45 plus 60, this is 105. Right, again we need to think, 105 is permitted or not? Yes, of course, 105 is not permitted. Why? Because we are in second device only. If you spend 105 rupees as a whole, so this is also ruled out. Now we know second device cost, second device sets, first device set, second device sets. So now with this we need to prepare, we need to summarize the second device sets in a single line so that we can calculate the third device sets. So I'll write it the next page. 0.72 45. So S2, I am summarizing S2, 0.75 45, 79275, comma 0.79275, comma 0.84660, 0.86460, and 0.892875, 0.892875, 0.892875. So these are all the final sets for third device. This is a summary of second device. With this we need to calculate the third device cost. S2 is equal to, right. So here one thing you have to observe by applying the dominance rule. What is dominance rule? If you observe all these sets, cost is 0.75, sorry, reliability ratio is 0.75, cost is 45. Here from 0.75 to 0.79, it is increasing. Cost also 45 to 75, it is increasing. And from 0.79 to, it is increasing 0.864. Cost 75 to 60, it is decreasing. So focus here for a moment. Cost is 75, cost is 60. Which one is good for the system? With the less cost, we are getting maximum reliability. With the high cost, we are getting comparatively lesser reliability. Which one is good? This is good. Retain it. Ruled out it. So this is ruled out. Right? Now it is 0.864. From 0.864 to 89, it is increasing reliability. Again 60 to 75. Of course, logic is there. So we can leave these things. So now with this we need to calculate the third device. So S3 1 copy. Okay. What is the reliability of third device? 0.5, 20 is the cost. So success rate. First let us calculate the first device, first copy of third device. So 0.5 into 0.75, 0.5. 0.375, 0.375, comma. What is the cost? You know already. Cost is 20. So 20 means only one copy we are considering as of now. So 20 plus 45, 65. Right? Now, up. Do the same for the remaining sets also. 0.5 into 0.5, 864, 0.864. 0.432. So 0.432. What is the cost of this third device? $20. 20 plus 60, 80. Now 0.5 into 89. 0.892. 892. Four four six. So point 0.446, comma 20 plus 75. What is this? 95. This is for first copy of third device. First copy of third device. Now we need to calculate the second copy for third device. How to calculate? You know very well that we need to calculate the reliability for second copy of third device. The reliability ratio of third device is 0.5 success rate. So what is the failure rate? 1 minus R3 is equal to 0.5. Now 1 minus R3, 2 is equal to so 1 minus 0.025. Sorry. First let us do the for failure rate. So 1 minus R3 is equal to, right, 1 minus R3 square is equal to 0.5 square. So 0.5 the power of, so 1 minus 0.25 is equal to 0.75. For third device, second copy, reliability ratio is 0.75, and the cost you know already, 20 is the cost for third device. So 2 copies, 40. So 0.75 is the reliability ratio, and the 40 is the second copy cost of third device. So with that we need to do that. 0.75 into 0.75. 0.75. 0.75. 5626. So this is third device second copy, 05626, comma 40 plus 45, 85. This is for second copy, right? Then 0.75 into 86, 8.864, 0.864, 0.75. Six four 6480. So here 60 plus 40, 100. 64 6.6480, 100. Now third set, 40 plus 75 how much? 40 plus 75 115. Total cost is itself is 105. Is it viable for us? 115. By adding the cost itself we can say that it is not viable for us to buy, so we can rule out this one. So this is okay because maximum cost is 105. We have spent only $100 here, right? So now third device, third copy. Again we need to calculate the reliability ratio. You know very well that reliability ratio of third device is 0.5 for one copy. So 1 minus R3 is equal to 1 minus 0.5 is equal to 0.5. Here 1 minus R3 cube, right? Then 1 minus 0.5 cube. So what is this? 1 minus 0. $125. So that means 0. Something is loading here. So 1 minus 0.125. 0.8725, right? So 0.8725 comma 3 copies, 60 rupees we need to add with this. So 60. So 45 plus 60, 105 per meter. And here second one, 60 plus 60, it became 120. So 120 for third device, 120 rolled out. 60 plus 75 is exceeding 135. So 135 rolled out. So this set we don't need to proceed. So with this we can summarize the third set once for all. So third set S3 is equal to, see here, 375, 432, 432, 446, 56, 64, 87. Okay, it is going an increasing trend, but at the same time we need to calculate the cost as well. 65, 80, 95, 85, 100, 105. Right, we will summarize it. So 0.375 comma 65 and 0.432 comma 80 comma 95. See, cost is 85, 95, again 85. So which one is good for us? This is good. 95 is not good because with the less cost we can if we can extract maximum reliability, this is good for the system, so we can retain, we will rule out this as well. So 0.562 comma 85, from 56264 85 to 100, this is good. So again 0.6480 comma 100. So for third device also we have derived the sets. So out of these sets, which is having highest cost, highest reliability? So 37435664, this is the reliability, highest reliability this set has. So this has to be considered. And the cost 100, out of $105 we are spending only $100. With that we can attain 0.6480, almost 65% of the reliability we can extract from the system by spending just $100 out of $105. Right. Now you may have a doubt, so how many copies of each device we can buy at last? That is the conclusion. We need to come to the conclusion. See, we got the reliability and the cost 6480 100. See, at last cost we identified 100, reliability we calculated as 0.6480. This 6480 and 100 cost, from where you got it, at which stage? Second device, when you are in the second copy of third device. So when you are buying second copy, so that means third device 1, device 2, device 3. See here, second device, third device, second copy, we are getting this. So that means 2 copies of third device, right? Now again, from here if you track where it is going, from where you got it, by calculating with this 0.6864, go previously 0.864, where it is here 0.864, while buying the second, here second device, second copy, this is third copy, this is second copy. For second device also, second device, so 2 copies, 2 copy, and go previous 0.864, where it is going, from where you got it, 0.93, by calculating this only, from here only you got this, so 0.930, 0.930, go little bit previous, no need because this is the end, no, yes, 0.930, first device, first copy, so is equal to 1. So 1 copy for device 1, 2 copy for device 2, 2 copy again for device 3. Total cost that you are spending $100. By buying these many number of copies for each device, you are getting maximum reliability ratio of almost 65%. We can believe, we can rely on this system. That is what the overall idea behind this topic of reliability ratio as far as design and analysis of is concerned. Thank you very much.